Welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead, y'all. Listen, I'm doing like 3 different videos for 3 different days, but I had all these apples gifted to me, and I'm making apple pie filling right now. And I've got all my scraps left from my apples, so I wanted to show you guys. I've got a video on this from last year. I may have did it the year before, but or taped it the year before. I'm not sure, but anyhow, I'm going to do another one real quick. And just in case you can't find it in there or something, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm probably not going to use all these, okay? I'm probably going to give some of these to the chickens. But I'm just going to take a bunch of these scraps and put in a 2-quart jar, okay? There's these little fruit flies or gnat things are swarming me here from this fruit. This is cores, peelings, seeds, everything. Put it all in there. We're going to make apple cider vinegar, y'all. Now, I don't fill it all the way to the top. Okay? I leave a little bit of room in there because this is going to ferment. All right? Now, I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of sugar in this. This is a cup, but I'm going to... That might be a little over a cup. You don't have to be right on, okay? But you want to at least put a 1/2 cup. But if you put a little more, it ain't going to do anything. We'll leave that on there. All right, now I'm going to fill it up with water. Cold water. Don't use chlorinated water. Use a filtered water or well water. That's what I'm using, well water. And be done with it. Okay. Now I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Get the air out of it. Okay. Now, that should be good and settled in there. I'm going to take this back to the house, and I'm going to put it in my pantry where it's dark and where it's undisturbed and dark and everything. Now, I'm going to show you what I put on mine. First of all, I wipe that rim off. I make sure that rim's wiped off pretty good on the outside, or else you're just going to have, well, you may anyways, end up having some fruit flies, but it's all right. Then I take I've got some of these for my bread. That's what I'm going to use, one of these. And it's just to keep, now you can use anything. You can put a paper towel over this and put a rubber band around it. You can put one of the plastic lids over it. That's what I was going to do, but I'm afraid I won't catch it in time and it will, ferment and then make a mess. So I'm just going to put this. Now, before I got these, which I have quite a few of these, I have a lot of bread ones, you guys, because I make bread. But I was going to show you, well, I can't find them right now, but just a piece of, I took a couple of my flour sack towels and I cut up pieces out of them to use for different things. And that's what I used to use for these. I'd put it over it and then put a rubber band around it, just as long as it can breathe. You want it to be able to breathe. And if you put a cap on it, you don't want to put it on real tight, okay? So you're going to stir this every day now for 2 weeks. Every day, take something in there, stir it around, do that for 2 weeks. In 4 weeks, you're going to strain it, okay? You're going to give what's in here to the chickens or throw it away, whatever. The chickens love it. It's a good probiotic for them. And then you're going to have your hard apple cider vinegar. Now, let me make sure I told you right, because this is my canning book. This is what I've used this forever. 4 to 6 weeks, it'll turn into hard cider, okay? So, then, before you use it, that was one thing I left out. You want to let it sit for about 3 more months. And then it should be done. Taste it, smell it. Make sure there's no mold or anything on it, But it should be good to go. Now, I brought some over to show you guys. These 2 are from last year. I have more that's from last year. It's like I can't use it quick enough, but I always want it on hand. And I'm not going to throw this away if I can make vinegar, you know, apple cider vinegar. I'm not throwing that away. So you can see in the bottom, you see that's the mother. And so before we use this, this is one we've been using, I shake it up. And that's all the good stuff in there. You see it turned it, now you can't see through it like you could, like this one. And see, these were a little bit different because this probably was a different apple. But if you shake this one up, it's the same way. You're not going to see through it anymore because that mother is in there. And that's what's good for you, okay? Now, we use this for a lot of different things. The only thing I don't use it for is canning. I don't can with it. It's not a high enough acidity level, they say. So, you know, back in the day, they may have, I don't know, but I don't. I use the 5%. Let me turn this off, guys. My jars are ready, and I got to start filling my apple pie filling. But anyways, also do not put, let me show you. Don't put one of these on there, okay? Because that acid will eat that lid. So don't, not even when it's done, do not. Use a plastic lid like this, okay? And then you've got vinegar forever. This lasts forever. This is last year's, and we still use it. We use this to worm goats. We worm goats with this. We'll put, Tim's got the concoction he makes, and he puts it in water, and they drink it, and that's how we keep them healthy. And we just have a lot of different uses for them. I'm drying mullein too, you guys. We went and picked a bunch more mullein just in case we have a bad winter, you know, with our, if we get sick or something. But anyways, I will just go set this, and I'm going to make a couple more jars and get rid of these scraps. And I'll just go sit this over at the house in my pantry, and I will stir it and cover it back up. All right? And then in 4 weeks, you can strain it, 4 to 6 weeks. You can just strain it, keep your liquid. Don't strain your liquid out because that's what you want to keep. That's your vinegar. It's going to go through an alcohol stage. In the beginning, it'll go, you'll open this up, and you'll get to stirring, and you'll be like, whoo, that smells like alcohol, and not rubbing alcohol, the other. So don't mind it. Just keep on stirring, cover it back up, and put it back on the shelf, okay? All right, well, good luck to y'all. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Anybody can do this, okay? My grandkids could do this. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want this on your shelf, right? And look at all these scraps. I could make a lot, but I've got a lot at the house yet. But I might make, I've got 3 more jars over here down there. I'll probably do 4 more jars of it and just have it on hand. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and I got to get my pie filling going. And if you see me in the same clothes and everything in the next few videos, just know that it was all the same day. I'm just not going to put it all in one video because it would be so long. So I love you guys, and Lord willing, we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.